Hi guys, we understood thread concept, how to create a thread, how to create a multi thread application, and how to use some methods regarding the frame, and how to we can say how to use synchronized with threads, how to make a thread safe, and here we are having one example that we have to understand is what producer consumer example. So how to create producer consumer example. So look at here, there's a one class here. We have a PC fixed. What is happening here? We are creating one queue class, a new producer queue, and then new consumer queue. So I'm creating object of producer and consumer and passing queue object. So what will happen, it will call the producer constructor here, it will call the consumer constructor. Where it is that? It is here, right? So these two constructor will get invoked at this point. If I'm calling here, it will call this guy, right? If I'm calling here, it will call this guy. So the constructor will get created, called, sorry, and we are passing queue object. So this queue has been initialized. So this queue has been initialized. Same thing is happening here also. Okay. Now then we are doing what? Let us say system order plan this message there, but if we are talking about new producers, so this will get invoke constructor. What here it is happening, new thread this producer dot start. So we are creating one thread here because the producer is a runnable type. So we are creating object of thread class and passing one string producer, and this means it is a same thread dot start. So one thread is getting created and start. Same thing is happening here. New thread this consumer dot start. So two thread has been getting created here, like let us say th1 and th2. So both thread, let us say this thread is first thread is your producer, right? Okay. Second is what? It is a consumer. Now both are saying start. So if first is getting invoked or if first is getting scheduled by the operating system, so this producer will reach first and call the run method. So this run method will get invoked. Now this run method is doing what? It is calling I equal to say 0, I less than 5, and q dot put I plus plus. So I'm passing 0 to put method. So there's one method here which is looking for integer argument, and I am passing here 0, right? So 0 will come to here. Now this method is doing what? While value set. What is the value set currently? It is a false. So if it is a false, will not run. So this block will not get executed, and it will come to here this dot n equal to n, value set equal to true. So it will become true, and the value of n will be what? It is 0. And then message coming put 0. So message will come put 0. Okay. Next thing is what? And then it is saying notify. Let us say return in. This guy is again trying to call this run method because we are having here, we are calling this, sorry, we are calling this put method here, right? In the while loop. So this put method will again call with 1, right? Now it will come to while value set. What is the value set? Previously it has become true. So this will go for wait mode. So it has just produced put. So message will be put 0, right? So message will be put 0. And if second time if it is trying to produce, it is going for wait, right? Now look at this in the consumer case. If consumer start this thread, then it will come to here and it is calling run method. This guy is saying run this infinite loop. What? Get method. So it will call the get method here, synchronize get. Now we are saying while not value set, if it is coming first time, okay, so while not value set means it is a true, because value set is a false in beginning consider. If I'm saying not value set is true, so it will go for wait mode, right? So consumer will go for waiting because no production happened. Once the production happen or producer has produced something, then this guy is doing what? Displaying message and then saying notify. So that guy was waiting earlier. Now it has been notified and now it will wake up again and start working, and then again it will call the get method, and so value set is true, right? So it will become false and come to here and it will say message will come got 0, and then again this guy is making value set equal to false and notify. So this notify will notify the producer and return in. So let us say this guy is again trying. So what is the value set? It is a false, right? So false here it has become not false means it is a true. Now it will go for wait. Again the second time it will go for wait. Now suppose second time this producer is starting, because earlier it was wait, right? So it has done notify. It has now wake up, and now this guy producer will try again and say uh, value set. What is the value set right now? Earlier he has, this guy consumer has made false, right? Value set false. So if I say here while value set, so value set is false, so it will not go for wait, it will come to here, it will make value set true, and again it will say put 1, so put 1 will come, right? And notify. So previously this guy was waiting second time, and this guy will notify this thread. So both are interacting to each other, right? So we are using here notify method, we are using here wait method, and notify method here, right? So this wait notify help us to like so help us to interact two different threads. Okay, yeah, you have to be very careful if you are doing inter-thread communication. You can see the output here, put 0 got 0, put 1 got 1, put 2 got 2, like that. Okay, so it will go for till 5 because I had the condition that I less than 5. So if put is not happening, then consumer will keep betting, right? Okay, if you are doing this job, you have to be careful, as I said now. So here if you can look at here, if writing get method and put method and you are using bait and notify here, so you have to be careful. This method should be synchronized. If you are using bait and notify non-synchronized method, then you will be getting one error, runtime error, that is a illegal monitor state exception. So illegal monitor state exception will thrown if you not use synchronized. So bait and notify method must be inside the synchronized block. Okay, yeah. Multi-thread account example. So look at this synchronized block. Now we have a good example on that. So here let us say I have a public class infi implements runnable account. This is the constructor for the infi. Now this is the implementing runtime. So what we are doing, we are writing run method now. This is my main method where we are creating a Cont class object. So this object has been created here, and now private double bank balance. So if I say private double bank balance, it is just a variable, and then this is a constructor which is setting the value. I have passed 2000, so 2000 will come here. So this will get initialized with 2000, right? Now we are getting object of this infi and we are passing this account. So whatever the account object has been created here, it is getting passed to infi now. Okay. Now we are getting three threads here, thread 1, thread 2, thread 3. And in both I am passing the infi bank. So one account is there. And then we are saying thread 1 dot start, thread 2 dot start, thread 3 dot start, right? Now what is happening next? There's a one withdrawal method in my account class which has been invoked here, right? So what we are doing, let us have account, and that account, for that account let us have a three different, consider these are the three different uh, ATM card I have, and that all three ATM card want to withdraw at once. What will happen? It's not allowed, right? So if one is trying to access, so once the thread is getting created, it will call the start method, and then after start it is calling the run method, right? So this run is doing what? Synchronize account. So this in account object has got one lock. Okay, so suppose this is a lock I have. So this object I got the lock acquired, and then I am calling the withdraw method. Okay, now so withdrawal is happening at this place now, checking all these things. If second thread is trying at the same time and then saying it is a withdraw, then it won't work because it has to wait. If this thread lock is getting acquired, after acquiring, if lock is released, then only the second thread get the lock and start working, because this account object is synchronized, right? So this is the synchronized block we are having, not synchronized method, right? So we can synchronizing the object here. So what happened? Let us say there's a three threads, thread 1, thread 2, and there's a thread 3, and there's a one object I have here, right? Now whenever this object is synchronized, then one monitor is getting created. In this monitor, this thread is entering, and then it is accessing the object, and this object is accessing the your withdrawal method, right? Now if thread 2 is also trying, so it will not get in because this object has been acquired by this thread 1. So this thread 2 has to wait here. He will wait. Again this thread is also trying. This guy is also waiting because in this monitor at a time one thread can enter and access the object. Now suppose if this guy has completed task, then so he will acquire the lock and come back here, completed the task. Now this guy can get into the monitor and get the object, get it and work with that, again come back now, and then this object, I mean third thread, can get into the monitor and get the object and withdraw. So this will be the case of in this example. So at a time one thread is accessing the object and withdrawing, right? Okay, next is what uh, deadlock situations, as I discussed previous. Like in this case we can read this case study. We have two threads accessing two Java poso beans. Each bean is accessing the other bean to print the required message, and method is both Java beans are made as synchronized. In this example we shall see that just by making methods from two beans, accessing one another synchronized method is not going to produce deadlock. But when these two beans are defined as a singleton, or multiple threads are accessing same instance or object references of bean with multiple synchronized method accessing one another, then only deadlock may happen. What is a singleton? I will explain you. The reason is that synchronization locks an instance of Java object, not on occurrence of the same Java object, right? If instantiation multiple times. So in case of non-singleton approach, if work A and work B are defined as a normal, okay, or normal class, not singleton. Then two thread, thread 1, thread 2 accessing work A and work B Java object respectively, and for thread 1 both work A and work B object reference are different from those accessed by thread 2. So both are handling different objects. So here is this case no deadlock occurs as each thread completes its task by using two separate instances of work A and work B. But if they are singleton, then it is a deadlock. Okay. So here both thread 1 and thread 2 execute by obtaining lock or monitor of one Java object, then deadlock can occur at the execution of point number 3 and 4. Okay, so at this place the deadlock will happen. In the second scenario, work A and work B are defined as singleton. Two threads work on only two instances, one of the work A and another that of work B. Even if work A and work B are not singleton, then also if same instance of work A and work B are shared by both, the threads are shown in diagram 2, then also thread deadlock may happen as depicted in diagram here. Okay. So singleton class, how we can make it, if you can look it here. So we are having one work A class and there's a work V class here, right? Now here we are having all these private data. So work A using work V and work V using work A. Look it here. So both are private and there's a one static work A here object of work A. This is a private constructor, so you cannot create object. You can just create one object here. So what we are doing, we are just having get instance which will return me the existing object whatever it has been created here only, right? Okay, and it is a static, so simply I can say work a equal to work a dot get instance. I'll get the work a object. If you want to set something, so setter method is there, and there's one just normal synchronize method. This is another synchronize method which is calling method 2, work v method 2, right? So this is a work v method 2. So this method will help you to retrieve the object. Okay, similarly this method will help you to retrieve the object. Fine. So here we can say work A and work v is the singleton object. Okay, so that code has been tested here. So I have a test client which is a one constructor having, and inside that what we are doing, we are getting object of work A and work B, and we are calling the method set work A as set work B. We are getting a thread here, two threads, thread 1 thread 2, and both are like taking two argument work A and work B, and then we are saying thread 1 dot start, thread 2 dot start. So both are starting now. So here we are just calling main. Okay, and thread 1 is here like implements runnable. So here we have passed the thread 1. Similarly you can make a thread 2 class and implementing runnable where you are using the in the run method you are calling the method 1, and similarly there you are calling method 2. So it will create the deadlock situation. Here it is calling method 2, right? So calling method 3 here. Okay, so yeah, so these two threads like thread 1 thread 2 has been created object here, and we have passed this 2. So both threads are working on A and B, right? So if you can test this code, you will come to know very clearly how the singleton is working, and it could be the deadlock situation. Some of the case studies given here, you can look for that.